The people closest to you will be the first to betray you. That's the truth no one tells you. Right now, you're surrounded by snakes, by weakness, by men who will sell you out the second life gets hard. You think you have friends? You don't. What you have are liabilities, ticking time bombs waiting to explode. And when that moment comes, when you're bleeding, when you're falling, they won't catch you. They'll step over your body and move on. So the question is, who the hell is really in your corner? Because if you don't know the answer, you're already in danger. Listen carefully. The world is full of weak men pretending they have value. You might be surrounded by them right now, smiling, laughing, patting you on the back, acting like they're your friends. But the harsh truth is, those same men will betray you the second life gets hard. Weakness is treachery. It's a disease, and most of you don't even realize you're infected by it because weak people hide behind excuses. They tell themselves strength doesn't matter. They convince themselves they're good people just because they don't hurt anyone. But the truth is, a weak man always lies, first to himself, then to everyone around him. You think your friends would stand by you when the walls start closing in, when the money runs dry, when the police come knocking, or life throws you into the fire? Weak men crack under pressure. They fold, they sell you out. Because deep down, they're only loyal to their own comfort. And you're out here surrounding yourself with them, laughing with them, trusting them, because it's easy, because it feels good to have someone to drink with, to party with, to waste time with. Wake up. If your circle is full of weak men, you're not in a circle, you're in a time bomb. Every weak friend you keep is a liability waiting to explode, and you know it. You've seen it happen. You've been let down before by the ones you thought would ride with you until the end. So why are they still in your life? Let me tell you why. Because you're weak too. You tolerate weakness because it makes you feel comfortable. It makes you feel safe knowing you're not the only one failing. But deep down, that little voice in your head is screaming at you every day, telling you you're surrounded by cowards and you don't belong with them. Strong men don't keep weak friends. If you're serious about becoming the man you're supposed to be, if you're serious about wealth, power, success, then you need to start cutting people off. No second chances, no sympathy, no apologies. Weakness is a choice. You think I'm harsh? You think this is cruel? Good. Because life doesn't care about your feelings. Life only rewards the strong. Look at your circle right now. Look at the men you call your friends. Could they fight for you? Could they protect you? Could they hold their ground when the storm comes? Or would they sell you out for a little bit of money, a bit of pleasure, or a little less pain? You already know the answer. Here's the truth most people will never tell you. If a man can't control his body, he can't control his mind. And if he can't control his mind, he can't be trusted. If he can't wake up every morning and suffer willingly, pushing his body to the limit, how the hell could he ever be trusted to stand by your side when life gets hard? Weak men quit when things get uncomfortable. I don't care how funny they are. I don't care how long you've known them. I don't care if they're family. If they can't be trusted to fight, they're not your friend. Loyalty isn't built in good times. Loyalty is forged in war. The strongest friendships are built in the trenches, through suffering, sacrifice, and shared pain. If your friends aren't pushing you to be stronger, if they're not holding you accountable, then they're not friends. They're anchors. Cut them off. Life is war, and the only men worth standing beside are the ones who train for battle every single day, the ones who suffer by choice, the ones who would rather die than betray their own mind. So the question is simple. Would your so-called friends die for you? If the answer isn't a brutal yes, then why are they still in your life? This world will break you if you're weak. It will strip you down, humiliate you, and leave you begging for mercy. The only thing that will ever protect you is your own strength and the strength of the men you surround yourself with. Find your real friends or die alone. There's a moment in every man's life, a moment when he finally sees the truth about the people around him. Maybe it hasn't happened to you yet. Maybe you still think your friends would ride for you, would take a bullet for you, would never betray you. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, smart, driven, always looking out for his boys. He built a business from the ground up, took his friends along for the ride. He fed them, housed them, put money in their pockets. They all laughed together, traveled together, partied together. Life was perfect until one day it wasn't. One bad decision, one miscalculation, and suddenly the walls started closing in. You're wondering what you did wrong, what you could have done differently. You sit there waiting for someone to come and fix your life. Pathetic. You sit around scrolling, watching other people succeed, waiting for some magic moment where everything clicks and suddenly you become the person you were meant to be. That moment doesn't exist. You think life is supposed to be easy? You think success is supposed to just happen? Let me tell you the harsh truth. 99% of you watching this will stay exactly where you are. You'll do nothing. You'll nod along, maybe even feel inspired for a second. But by tomorrow, you'll be right back to your old, pathetic habits. Why? Because you're weak. Because deep down, you're comfortable being a loser. And that's why the world is the way it is. That's why the rich get richer. That's why the strong get stronger. Because the weak are too lazy, too soft, too distracted to do anything about it. I'll tell you what real success looks like. Real success is a war. It's daily battle. Every single morning you wake up with two choices: win or lose. That's it. No in between. There's no such thing as I'll start tomorrow. No such thing as taking it slow. You either dominate or you get dominated. Look at the winners. Look at the men at the top. Do you think they ever took it easy? Do you think they ever waited for the right time? No. They went out there and took what they wanted. They worked when they didn't feel like it. They fought through the pain, through the exhaustion, through the doubt, while the rest of the world slept. And that's exactly why you're losing. You love sleep, you love comfort, you love feeling safe. And that's the biggest problem. Winners are never safe. Winners live on the edge. Winners know that the second they slow down, the second they stop pushing, someone else is coming to take their place. And that's why I work harder than all of you. You think I need money? You think I need another car? No, but I wake up every day and attack life like I'm broke because I refuse to lose, because I refuse to be one of you. The biggest lie society has ever told you is that you can afford to take it easy. You can't. You can't afford to relax. You can't afford to waste a single second. Do you know what laziness really is? It's slow motion suicide. Every hour you waste is an hour you'll never get back. Every day you procrastinate is a day closer to your death, and you have nothing to show for it. Imagine waking up at 40, broke, alone, wondering where your life went. Imagine sitting there, realizing you wasted decades on distractions, on excuses, on nothing. That's your future if you don't wake up right now. But here's the thing, you can change, you can win. It's not some mystery. There's no secret formula. You just need to do what winners do. Wake up with purpose. If you open your eyes and you don't know exactly what you need to accomplish today, you're already behind. Attack the day. Don't ease into it. Don't take your time. You wake up and you go to war. Outwork everyone. You don't get to complain. You don't get to rest. You don't get to feel sorry for yourself. You go harder than everyone else every single day. Destroy your distractions. Your phone, wasting your life. Netflix, wasting your life. Video games, wasting your life. Every minute you spend on them is a minute someone else is getting better than you. Never settle. The second you think you've made it, you've lost. There is no finish line. There is no good enough. You either keep growing or you start dying. You think you have time? You don't. You think you can afford to take it slow? You can't. Right now, someone else is outworking you. Right now, someone else is getting stronger, richer, faster, while you sit there making excuses. And let me tell you what's gonna happen. In a year, you're gonna look back at this moment, at this exact second, and you'll either say, that's the day I changed my life, or that's the day I stayed a loser. Which one is it going to be? You have a choice. Step up or stay behind. And if you're still sitting there, waiting for more motivation, waiting for some magic push, then you've already lost. The real ones, the ones who actually want success, they're already gone. They've already shut this off. They're out there working, grinding, making their future. Where are you? You know what the problem is? You're too comfortable. You've been told your whole life that being average is okay, that if you just try a little, if you just do enough, things will work out. No, they won't. That's a lie designed to keep you weak. And weakness? Weakness is the only true disease in this world. It infects your body, your mind, your soul. It convinces you to accept mediocrity, to settle for scraps, to watch other men live the life you should be living while you sit back and call it bad luck. There is no luck, there is only effort. And let me tell you something, winners feel guilty when they aren't working. You ever sit down at the end of the day, knowing you didn't push yourself and feel that deep, sickening sense of regret? That's your body screaming you. That's your soul begging you to wake up. But what do? You ignore it. You numb yourself with distractions. Your phone, your video games, your junk food, your excuses. You convince yourself that tomorrow will be different, but it never is. Life is war every single day, every breath, every move, every thought. You are at war, whether you realize it or not. And most of you, you're losing. You're out here complaining about why things aren't going your way, whining about how unfair life is, while other men are out there taking what they want. Let me ask you something. Who do you think you are? Some special little soul floating through life, waiting for success to fall into your lap? You think one day you'll just wake up rich, wake up powerful, wake up respected? No. The world doesn't work like that. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's going to hand you the life you dream of. You have two choices, build or decay. Right now, as we speak, there are men out there, men like me, who are pushing themselves beyond their limits, breaking themselves down to rebuild into something stronger, something dangerous, something unstoppable. And while they're doing that, you're sitting on your ass, scrolling through social media, wondering why nothing is changing. You want to know why nothing is changing? Because you're not changing. You think this world owes you something? You think because you were born, you deserve success? You don't deserve a single thing in this life except what you earn. I have zero sympathy for people who sit around waiting for motivation, waiting for some magical spark to ignite them into action. Weak, pathetic. You don't wait for motivation, you create it. You take control of your own mind and you force yourself to move. That's what winners do. The reason I am where I am today, the reason I have the money, the cars, the power, is because I built myself from the ground up. I came from nothing. No safety net, no handouts, no one guiding me. And still, I made it. Why? Because I decided. And that's the difference between winners and losers. Losers hesitate, losers overthink, losers wait for the right time. You know what winners do? They take action. They see an opportunity and they grab it. They see an obstacle and they break through it. Do you understand how ruthless this world is? There is someone out there right now, younger than you, hungrier than you, more disciplined than you, and he is outworking you. He is training harder than you. He is studying more than you. He is preparing himself to take what you dream about. And the scariest part, you don't even know his name. And yet, you still have the audacity to waste time, to be lazy, to make excuses? Let me make something very clear to you. The men who win in this world are the men who show up every single day, whether they feel like it or not. The gym, you go even when you're tired. Your business, you build it even when you don't want to. Your skills, you sharpen them even when it's inconvenient. Your body, you make it stronger even when you'd rather sit on the couch. Because success doesn't care about your feelings. The world doesn't care about your excuses. The universe rewards the discipline, not the emotional. Most of you are out here living like NPCs, mindlessly walking through life, reacting to whatever happens instead of taking control. You let your emotions dictate your actions instead of your actions dictating your emotions. That's why you're weak. That's why you're lost. That's why you're stuck. Look at me. I wasn't handed this life. I took it. I fought for it. Every dollar I have, every car I drive, every ounce of respect I command, I earned it with my blood, sweat, and sheer willpower. And guess what? I'm still building. Because there is no finish line. You don't just arrive at success, you fight for it. Wake up. Look around you. You are losing. Every second, another man is getting stronger, richer, more powerful, while you sit there wasting time. You feel it, don't you? That quiet, nagging voice in your head telling you that you're behind, that you should be doing more, and you ignore it, but deep down you know the truth. You're running out of time. If you don't take control right now, you never will. This is your last chance. Because after today, the gap between you and the men who win will be too wide to close. So listen carefully, because this is the moment that changes everything. Listen up. You've been lied to your whole life. Society told you to be patient. They told you to be humble, to wait your turn, to accept mediocrity. And now look at you. You're sitting there broke, weak, uninspired, scrolling through your phone, watching other men live the life you want. You are not unlucky. You are not a victim. You are the product of your own decisions. And the truth, it stings. You wasted time, you made excuses, you let life slap you around like a little puppet, and now you wonder why you're not winning. Let me tell you something. The world doesn't care about your feelings. The world rewards action, dominance, and discipline. The top 1% of men, they don't waste time crying over lost opportunities. They create new ones. They don't sit in their bed staring at the ceiling, paralyzed by self-doubt. They get up, they fight, they grind, and they take what's theirs. And if you're not willing to do that, then accept it. Accept that you will be a nobody. Accept that you will watch stronger men conquer while you rot in your comfort zone. I remember when I had nothing. No money, no status, no options. I was driving a busted Volkswagen Golf, eating scraps of leftover KFC chicken because I was too broke to afford a decent meal. And while I was starving, while I was suffering, I had a choice. Sit there and cry or harden my mind and fight for my future. I chose to fight. I trained harder. I worked smarter. I refused to accept a life of mediocrity. And now I eat KFC for fun, sitting in my mansion, laughing about the times I had to scavenge food. But most of you don't have that in you. You break at the first sign of resistance. Your girl leaves you, and instead of using that pain to level up, you sit there texting her like a desperate little boy, hoping she'll come back. She won't. She doesn't care. You wasted your energy on her instead of building yourself into a man she could never replace. And that's your fault. You let yourself be weak. Every single day you are faced with choices. Wake up early or sleep in. Go to the gym or be lazy. Learn a new skill or waste hours scrolling social media like a brainless zombie. These decisions seem small, but they are shaping your future. And if you keep making the wrong ones, you will wake up one day 40 years old, overweight, broke, and full of regret. And by then, it's too late. You are either a predator or prey. You either take control of your life or life will control you. There is no middle ground. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop blaming your circumstances. Get angry, get aggressive, get up and start dominating. Because if you don't, no one is coming to save you. You think mindset is just some catchy phrase, some throwaway concept that only motivational speakers talk about. No, your mindset is the difference between a man who conquers and a man who crumbles. And if you don't believe me, let me tell you a story. I remember a guy I knew years ago. Let's call him Jake. Jake had everything going for him. Smart, fit, decent job, but deep down, Jake was weak. His mind was fragile. He got comfortable, and comfort is a slow, silent killer. Then one day, Jake lost his job. Just like that, gone. Instead of adapting, he panicked, he spiraled, he stopped going to the gym, started drinking, spent hours feeling sorry for himself. His girl left him. And guess what? That broke him completely. The man who once had potential turned into nothing but a shell of himself. Because when life hit him, he didn't have the mental resilience to fight back. He let the storm drown him instead of becoming the storm. Now contrast that with another man, me. I've had worse days than Jake ever did. I've had nights where I didn't know if I'd wake up with a roof over my head. I've been down to my last dollar, stuck in a freezing gym, fighting through pain just to keep moving forward. But I didn't break. I adapted. I sharpened my mind like a weapon because I understood one thing. The world doesn't care how you feel. It only respects results. When the world tries to crush you, you have two choices. Let it or fight back. That's what mindset is. Listen, I know you're hurting. I know right now you're sitting there scrolling through your phone, staring at old pictures, reading old messages, playing back every moment in your head like some tragic movie. You're wondering what you did wrong, what you could have done differently. Let me tell you something, my friend. None of that matters anymore. It's done. She's gone. And while you're sitting here wallowing in misery, drowning in self-pity, she's out there moving on. She's laughing. She's posting stories. She's on a boat sipping cocktails, being entertained by some other guy who didn't waste a single second feeling sorry for himself. You see, women have it easy when it comes to breakups. The moment she leaves, she's got 10 other guys lined up ready to take your place. And that burns, doesn't it? The thought of her with someone else doing all the things she used to do with you, except now she's doing it with another man. That fire you feel in your chest, that's pain, that's betrayal, and that is the most powerful fuel you will ever have. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to sit here moping, eating garbage, skipping the gym, listening to sad songs like some heartbroken schoolboy? Or are you going to get up, take all that anger, all that sadness, all that betrayal, and turn it into something unstoppable? Because let me tell you, the best revenge is not calling her, it's not begging for another chance. It's not stalking her social media like some desperate fool. The best revenge is success. The best revenge is becoming the man she prays to God she never left. You take all that pain, all that energy, and you turn yourself into an absolute weapon. You hit the gym harder than ever before. You build your body into something she never thought you were capable of. You make more money. You level up. You grind. You become a force so powerful that one day she sees you and regret punches her in the stomach harder than anything she's ever felt before. You see, women regret losing make them feel like they were part of something great. If she left you, it's because she didn't believe you were that guy. And you know what? Maybe she was right. Maybe you weren't. But now you have the perfect opportunity to become him. Think about every great man in history. You think they didn't suffer. You think they didn't experience heartbreak, betrayal, pain? Of course they did, but they didn't let it break them. They let it forge them. They used it to build their legacy. You are not going to win her back by crying. You're not going to win her back by texting her long messages about how much she meant to you. That only makes you look weak. That only confirms in her mind that leaving you was the right decision. You win by disappearing, by becoming untouchable, by becoming so busy leveling up that she's forced to sit there and wonder if she made the biggest mistake of her life. And one day, when she finally gathers the courage to text you, to check in, to see how you're doing, you won't even care anymore. Because by then you will have options. You will have new women in your life. Women who respect you. Women who see the man you've become and know without a doubt that you are the prize. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop living in the past. Stop letting your emotions control you like some weak little boy. You are a man. You have power. You have strength. You have the ability to something this pain into something legendary. She left? Good. Let that be the greatest thing that ever happened to you. Let that be the moment that forced you to evolve. Because years from now, when you look back, you won't even remember the pain. You'll only remember the moment you decided to become great. And when she sees you, when she realizes she lost the best thing that ever happened to her, it will be too late. Because you will have moved on to bigger, better things. And she will be just another memory. All right, listen up. You need to understand something right now. Nobody is coming to save you. No one cares how heartbroken you are. No one cares that you can't sleep. No one gives a damn that she left. The world doesn't stop moving just because you're hurt. Life doesn't slow down to give you time to grieve. While you're sitting there staring at your phone, waiting for a message that's never coming, she's out there laughing, living her life, forgetting you ever existed. And that's exactly why you need to stop waiting, stop hoping, and start becoming. You see, when a woman leaves a man, she's making a bet. She's betting that you're never going to be better than you were when she had you. She's betting that you'll stay weak, stay broken, stay the same. And you know what? She wins that bet 99% of the time. Most men fold. Most men cry. Most men get consumed by heartbreak and never recover. They spend years stalking her Instagram, watching her new life unfold, feeling that burning jealousy in their gut as she moves on effortlessly. They become shadows of who they used to be. But not you. Not today. Not ever. Because today is the day you decide to prove her wrong. Today is the day you take all that pain, all that anger, all that humiliation and forge it into something unstoppable. Today is the day you wake up and say, she will regret losing me. And you don't do that by talking. You don't do that by texting her some long emotional message about how much you miss her. You don't do that by begging for closure. You do it by becoming the kind of man that she can't replace.